All right, Algebra 1. We are going to go through most of the study guide. I'm going to leave some of this for you to do. So just kind of be aware that you're going to be kind of finishing this up after the video that I go through. Okay, so starting out, again, we're naming based on two things. Okay, this first column is based on how many terms, number of terms. Okay. And then the second column is based on the degree, which is, again, the highest exponent. Okay, so let's just go ahead and look at these two. I'll let you do the others. The first one, I have two terms, 1, 2. So I'm going to go with letter D. And then the highest exponent here is a 1. So 1 means it's going to be linear, W. So dW. Okay, so looking at the second one there that I highlighted, that one has only one term. So monomial means one term. And then as far as exponents go, there are no exponents. So that's what we call a constant. Okay, so go ahead and you try the other two. Okay, so let's look at the next one here. In this case, it says write the polynomial in standard form. So the first thing we are doing here is putting these in the correct order. So highest to lowest exponent, not highest number, but highest exponent. So the highest exponent is 3. So I'm going to put that first, 9x to the third. Next up is square, so minus 5x squared. And then the next one is plus x and plus 8. That is standard form. Now, leading coefficient, what we talked about there is it's the front number. So that is 9. The degree is the highest exponent, which is 3. And the number of terms is 1, 2, 3, and 4. And so what do we call that? Well, the highest exponent is 3. Actually, I'm going to have you name it. You are going to name that one, okay? So let's look at the next section. This is finding the sum and or the difference. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the third one here. So we're going to go ahead and do this one, and I'll let you do the other two. So when I'm looking at this, I've got parentheses, plus parentheses, minus parentheses. So what I want to do here is any subtraction like that, I'm going to change that to a plus. So when I change that to plus, I'm going to change the signs of everything afterwards. And so that becomes negative 3 there. And now I can combine like terms. So I've got the highest exponent is squared, x squared. So 4 plus 8 is 12. 12 minus 5 is 7x squared. Next up is x. So I'm finding all the x terms and combining those. So 3 plus 1, remember this is a 1, is 4. 4 plus 10 is 14x. And then the last thing is the constants. So negative 7, negative 9, negative 3. So negative 7 and negative 9 is negative 16. Minus 3 is negative 19. And there's my final answer. Okay, so let's go on to the next page. Product and quotient. So again, I'm going to let you do some of these, but let's go ahead and take a look at kind of the left side here. So for the first one, we've got 5x squared y being multiplied to all three of these. So the first one, 5 times 6 is 30. And then remember, add the exponent. So 2 plus 2 is 4 for x. Y is 1 plus 3 is also 4. And now we do the second one. 5 times 8 is 40. Use your calculator if you need to. 2 plus 1 is x to the third. And then do not forget about the y that's on the first one. Even though it doesn't have one on this term, it's still there. Okay. And then the last one, 5 times negative 4 is negative 20. X to the 2 plus 1 is 3. Y to the 1 plus 1 is y squared. And there's my final answer. There's no like terms there, so don't worry about combining those together. All right, so the next one, we have parentheses squared. So remember, when you square something, like 5 squared is the same as 5 times 5. So here, parentheses squared is the same as parentheses times itself. And now we just double distribute like we've done in class. So I'm going to take the x and multiply it to both of those. So x times x is x squared. X times 7 is 7x. And now we look at 7. 7 times x is 7x. 7 times 7 is 49. And then you combine like terms, which 9 times out of 10 is going to be in the middle. So x squared plus 14x plus 49 is our final answer. Okay. And so the bottom one, or the last one there, is kind of a combination of both of those things. So we're going to multiply it out and combine like terms. So first one, we've got 2 times 7 is 14, a to the third, 2 plus 1. 2 times negative 5 is negative 10, a squared still from the first one. And I'm done with that parentheses. So keep in mind, that's done. And now I move on to this one. So now, remember, this is not just 2a, but negative 2a. So negative 2 times 1 is negative 2, a to the third. Negative times negative is positive 14, a squared. And then negative times positive, negative 2 times 5 is negative 10a. And so now I've done everything I need. But now I need to go ahead and combine like terms. So look at the highest exponent, 14a to the third minus 2a to the third is 12a to the third. And then you've got a squared, so negative 10 plus 14 is positive 4a squared. And then the last one doesn't have any like terms, so that stays there. That is minus 10a. Okay? And finally, the last one we should have done in class, but if you missed it for whatever reason, here it is again. We need to divide each term by the denominator. So 14 divided by 2 is 7. And remember, you're subtracting. 4 minus 2 is 2. Now we look at the next one. Don't forget about the sign. That's negative 10x to the first. And then the last one is not 0. 2 divided by 2 is 1. And then x squared and x squared cancel each other out, and we don't have any x's left there. Okay? And that is our study guide. Okay? So, go ahead and work on the rest of this. There will be a key on Canvas, so make sure to finish up this study guide. So the homework is to finish the review. Okay, we'll be able to ask questions tomorrow before the test, but tomorrow or Friday for fourth period is going to be tomorrow, and that's when this is due. Okay, so enjoy the rest of your day. I'm taking my wife out to Olive Garden tonight. Breadsticks, baby. Peace.